Hello friends! Is your car struggling to accelerate, losing power, or maybe showing black smoke from the exhaust? If your obd2 scanner is showing code P0255, you're facing an issue with the injection pump fuel metering control A intermittent, which could be related to the cam, rotor, or injector. Ignoring this can cause some serious engine performance problems and even a fuel system failure. But don't worry. In this video, we'll cover what P0255 means, its symptoms, sensor locations, and how to fix it. Let's get started. P0255 stands for Injection Pump Fuel Metering Control, A intermittent, which could involve the cam, rotor, or injector. This code pops up when the engine control unit, or ECU, detects irregular fuel metering due to a failing fuel injection pump, faulty sensors, or sometimes wiring issues. The fuel metering control system makes sure the right amount of fuel reaches the engine. If it malfunctions, it can cause things like hard starting or even a complete no start, sudden loss of power while driving, thick black smoke coming from the exhaust, and rough idling or engine misfires. You might notice the check engine light, or CL, turning on. The engine could be running rough or stalling, and you might see poor fuel efficiency. There could be black smoke from the exhaust or even a fuel smell near the engine. Ignoring this problem can lead to, severe fuel system damage and some pretty costly repairs. So, to diagnose and fix P0255, you need to locate these key components. First up, the fuel injection pump. It's usually found at the front of the engine, near the timing cover, and it controls fuel delivery. Next, the fuel metering control valve, sometimes called the fuel quantity solenoid. This is mounted right on the fuel injection pump, and regulates the amount of fuel sent to the injectors. Then, there's the fuel rail pressure sensor. You'll find this on the fuel rail, monitoring fuel pressure and sending data to the ECU. Also, don't forget about the camshaft position sensor, or CMP, that's found on the cylinder head and helps control fuel injection timing. Finally, the crankshaft position sensor, or CKP, it's located near the engine block or the transmission bell housing, and makes sure fuel delivery is properly synchronized. A faulty sensor or a wiring issue in this system can cause inconsistent fuel metering, which, results in that P0255 trouble code. Alright, so let's talk about what usually causes that P0255 code. First up, a malfunctioning fuel injection pump. A failing pump can cause erratic fuel delivery. Next, we've got a faulty fuel metering control valve. If it's stuck open or closed, it can lead to inconsistent fuel flow to the injectors. Then there's the defective fuel rail pressure sensor. Incorrect readings from the sensor can make the ECU miscalculate fuel pressure. Also, don't forget about electrical issues like problems with wiring, connectors, or even an ECU malfunction. Corrosion or broken wires can really disrupt those sensor signals. And finally, clogged fuel injectors' dirt buildup can cause uneven fuel distribution. So how do you fix P0255? Well, here's what you should do. Step 1. Inspect the fuel injection pump for wear, leaks, or failure, and replace it if necessary. Step 2. Test and clean the fuel metering control valve, and replace it if it's faulty. Step 3. Check the fuel rail pressure sensor for inconsistent readings and replace it if needed. Step 4. Inspect the camshaft and crankshaft position sensors to make sure you've got proper timing. Step 5. Examine all wiring harnesses and connectors for any damage or corrosion. And finally, Step 6. Clear the code using an obd2 scanner and take the car for a test drive. P0255 is definitely a serious issue that can lead to fuel system failure and engine misfires. Fixing it early will improve fuel efficiency, restore engine power, and help you avoid those costly repairs. Want to learn more about obd2 error codes? Check out these next videos. P0193, which covers the fuel rail pressure sensor circuit high input, and P0194, about the fuel rail pressure sensor circuit intermittent. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to IG Garage for more car repair tips.